Heath, where are we?
Here we are, we're kicking back, Ben Spies' mum, and we're about to ask some questions, you're about to ask some questions in regards to, just positive thinking and you know, what these people are thinking at the top of their game, and to be here in this environment, and what goes through their mind.
Alright, so we'll start with our first one. When Ben wakes up in the mornings, in the downtime, what does he normally think about to get himself motivated?
What I observe, if I'm around, is he goes in and gets espresso, and he stays real quiet, doesn't like a lot of conversation, thinks about the day, I guess, and listens to his music.
All right.
What kind of music do you know? Is it something heavy or soft? Or?
Medium, I would say medium. He actually, I'm really bad on names, he actually said this on some Asian radio station a couple of weeks ago. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It says, awkward questions for Ben Spies. Or if I don't have the answer about Ben, ask Ben.
Yeah.
Where does Ben go to completely disconnect from motorcycle racing?
Said that in the interview too.
Yep.
And he goes to the airplane because you know what? He gets to turn his phone off and nobody can get to him.
Okay.
So that's his downtime, is the airplane when he's traveling.
Yep. And how important do you think it is for Ben to feel happy or relaxed before he goes racing and gets on that bike, mentally?
It's everything. You have to be focused, and you can't be focused if you've got baggage on top of you. If you're tired, if you're sick, you've got personal problems, family problems, financial problems, anything like that, you've got to find that switch to turn it off and focus on something that you know that you love doing.
And the same way in the opposite, like if you've just been married or you've just had some really good news, do you think it's still important to totally focus? No, I mean, it's normal for the bad stuff that you've got to block out that, but sometimes even, I don't know, for the positive stuff that you just need to focus at the job at hand, or do you think the happy stuff helps? In a Pollyanna world, the happiness helps, but in the real world, you have to learn to shut down and start at the basics. Start at black and white, simple things, and build from that. You can't have a giant party and expect the party atmosphere to be there if you haven't prepared for it in every way. So, and then when you get to that point that you can't break it down and go, this is something I love to do, and make it come together, then it's probably time to quit. True. Yeah, okay.
Is there any things that Ben uses to help him stay focused, or any people that keep him focused on what he wants?
Cycling. When he cycles, he can shut everything off and he's just a free spirit when he's cycling. And he uses cycling for mental, for enjoyment, and for training. You know, he's not always out there just going really, really hard on the bike. You know, sometimes he's just doing it just to enjoy life and just be in the weather.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Like on a road bike?
Yeah.
As in, down the street, not downhill mountain biking or off-road stuff.
Most of the time it's going up mountains in Switzerland, so.
So easy stuff.
Yeah.
And our final question is, when Ben's feeling quite down, what kinds of things does he do to pick himself up?
I think he again goes back to the basics, and whatever's got him down, he starts appreciating his core things in life, you know, who he is, what kind of person he chooses to be. And of course everybody's got family, and whether they're good or bad, close or not, you got family. It's the people he associates with that he really draws strength from. You know, he's got friends. He's always got family that loves him, but sometimes you reach an age in life. He's an adult like you guys, and sometimes it's good to know you've got your family, but you know that.
Yeah.
It's and they're always going to be there. It's the friends that help support who you are, because they are attracted to who you are by the way you live your life. So it's good on good. You don't have a mixed bag.
you've got good, positive people around you. So that helps.
But does he see his friends often, or do they come?
No, and that's what makes it very hard for the racers. And I'm not going to disqualify it and say, poor Ben, but these racers give up a lot. And I say it all the time, and so does the crew. They tinker with the bikes. They love those bikes. They build those bikes. If it wasn't for them, there would not be a bike for the guys. And they miss their wives. These are older guys, some of them, you know.
Yeah.
Tom Houseworth, our crew chief, he's got a wife who lives at home. She's very pretty. I wouldn't leave her too long. But, you know, everybody sacrifices for something that they love. It's not about the money, believe me. Wish it was about money, but it isn't. And money's not going to make you happy. And not having money doesn't make you happy. That has nothing to do with it. It's who you are every day when you get out of bed. You choose. You know, if you just pay forward. If you're in a rut, and these guys, bless their heart, have shown themselves this weekend with the loss of Marco. Just devastated, and the grief is just like a blanket on everybody. But they reach down deep, as Ben said, reach down deep to get the strength, and they have paid forward. They have done something a little bit extra for other people, for the memory of Marco, and they've all gathered strength from it, and they all finally figured out that, okay, there was the grief, the shock, the disbelief, but then on top of that, there's he wouldn't appreciate everybody muddled about. You know, do something positive, go race, and enjoy it. So, and that applies to anything, not just racing. If you work on bikes, if you race, if you're a bookkeeper, whatever you do, media, just do it right, enjoy it. And when you don't enjoy it anymore, stop and go away, because you ruin it for whatever profession it is, you know?
Definitely.
It's not for everybody all the time. It never will be. There's always a time for change. There's always another chapter.
Well, cool. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Questions?
I
we really
hope I helped
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again.
All right.
Okay.